Okay, so I'm going to hopefully give you some useful information on Excel in order to create your graphs. This is essentially what it's going to ultimately look like, but I'll make sure I delete all this so I can show you exactly how I got here. So if you record the percent transmittance, I'm going to show you how to get to optical density. So this is going to be utilizing the function up here, and you're just going to type equal sign log open parentheses 100 divided by that value of transmittance. So you're going to just click on that cell right there, and that location will be associated with your function up here. Close parentheses and then press enter. So conveniently, there's a little square right over here that you can just click on and then scroll down, and that will have that calculation that you did up here for every corresponding well on the side of the transmittance. So this one right here is that next value over there, followed by the value after that. And you can also do this in multiple directions. So you can select all this and then click that little square down here and pull it over. And the same thing, that value to the corresponding cell. And if you click somewhere else, it's going to enter in a value, so you want to be careful about that. But you can always delete that and just press enter. So for average, just going to do the same thing, equal average, and then select your two wells that you're going to collect those data from, and then you're going to pull that down as well. And then, as before, it's the corresponding cells will go to the corresponding cell on the side of the average. So you can do that same thing for standard deviation. It's just equals STDEV, and then you're going to choose the same numbers as you did for your average. Close that, enter, and then pull that down. So I'll show you first off how you can combine two graphs into one. So I'll make two simple graphs. So in order to make your graph, you can select one set of data, go to Insert, Scatter, and the first scatter option. Pull that graph over here. And so let me do that again. Select Data, Insert, Scatter. So that provides me two graphs with two sets of data. If you wanted to combine these, you can just click on one, copy it, click on the other one, and paste it on top of it. And it'll provide you the two different series. And from here, you can really do whatever else you want by adding your trend line or whatever else. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I'll delete this for now, and then I'll select your average data here. So I'll go back again and create that scatter graph. Pull that over here. So this is with your average data, so you can actually use your standard deviation here too. So click on those points, and the first thing we'll do is we'll add the trend line. So right click after you've selected those points, and then click on Add Trend Line. After you do that, all this will come up, and you can play with this more on your own, but for now it's set on linear, and that's fine for us. You can also display the equation of the slope on the chart, which is kind of useful. So you can close that, because that will just set you up with a linear trend line. And then in order to add the standard deviation, you can select those points again, and then go up to Layout, and go all the way to the right to Error Bars. And then go all the way down to More Error Bar Options. Click on that, and then select Custom. And we're going to be using both these vertical lines, so make sure it's right up here. And then Specify Value. And it's going to ask you for the positive error value and the negative error value, and you want to use the same numbers for each of those. So you'll select that, and then do the same thing for the negative. Click OK. Close that, and it might give you the sidebar thing too, and you want to select that and just delete it, because we don't really need that for this type of data. And so here you have it, standard deviation and a trend line. But this graph is missing a couple things. So it doesn't have any labels, and you've also collected your data in intervals of 20 seconds, not individual units as it has down here. So you definitely want to stick to your 20-second intervals. So let's see what we can do about that. So we'll delete this, and I'll show you one of the other cool features of Excel. So select your data,